Hello everyone and welcome back to Life Transformation UK, or if you're here for the first time, welcome to Life Transformation UK. My name is Ben and it is my mission with this channel to help you achieve your freedom through confidence. In today's video, I want to talk about how you can learn from failure, how you can stop failure from really bothering you so much, and how you can really embrace it so that you can move forward with your life and achieve the things that you would like to achieve. So if you're excited about learning more about how you can overcome failure in your life, then make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end, because I'm going to be sharing my top tips on overcoming failure in your life. If you do enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like down below and to subscribe to the channel if you are new to Life Transformation UK. But without much more kind of intro, let's jump into how can you learn from failure. So the first thing that you need to know is that failure is our most important teacher, and learning to embrace failure is absolutely the key to your progress in self-improvement. Up until this point in my life, I have failed a lot, definitely more than I'm comfortable going into, at least at the moment, but in almost every single area of my life, I have had some kind of major failure. Now, the good news is I have, over time, found ways to overcome every obstacle that has been put in my path, which isn't to say that I came out of it completely unscathed, because believe me, I definitely didn't. There are still a lot of things that I did in my past that still affect me to this day, and it's something that I have learned to deal with and something that I've learned to overcome. And what I hope to do with this video is share with you some of my thoughts on how you can overcome failure in your life as well, because failure is almost always only temporary. There is a way back and there is a way forward, and it might not seem so at the time, because when failure is happening, when you're in that point of failure in your life, it feels like there is nothing after it, and that can really get you down, and it can really take you to a lot of very dark and negative places. I've been there, and it is rough at the time, and I 100% understand that. And that's one of the reasons why it's so important, at least why I think it's so important, that everyone should learn about failure and how to deal with it, because failure is something that we are all going to experience in life. You're going to experience big failures, you're going to experience small failures, daily failures, weekly failures, yearly failures. And learning how to overcome that failure is going to make you a better person. I believe that learning how to overcome my personal failures has 100% made me a better person in the process. And the good thing about overcoming failure is that the more often you do it, the easier it becomes, which isn't to say that failure becomes easy, because it's always going to be hard, it's always going to affect you, but you learn how to move past it a lot faster. So without me rambling on for much longer, let's jump into some of the ways that I have learned to overcome failure in my life. And the first thing is something that I took a long time to learn for myself, and that is that in every failure there is a lesson to be learned. And I understand that it's really easy for me to sit behind this camera and say that in every failure there's a lesson to be learned, when you might be going through some kind of failure right now. And I don't say this to diminish what you're going through at all, because as I've said, going through failure is hard and it doesn't get any easier, but it can become easier to move past the more often you do overcome a failure. Let's say, for example, you have a job interview and you didn't really prepare for it as well as you should have done. You didn't do so much research into the company. You just went into the interview and kind of hoped for the best, and it didn't happen. You didn't get the job, and that can really hurt, of course, because that's one of the ways that I've failed in life as well, is going to job interviews and not getting the job, and it sucks. It really does. But what you can learn from that is that you need to be prepared for an interview. You need to do your research into the company. You need to know the company values. You need to practice interview questions. And you need to make sure that when you are walking into that room, you are the most prepared individual there, so that no matter what they throw at you, no matter what question they throw at you, you are prepared to answer it in the best way possible. It's not a guarantee that you're going to get the job, and you might still get things wrong, but you know that you did your best to prepare for it. And that is what will help you in the long run. Because if you keep that up over time, you will get the job that you want. It might not necessarily be the one that you thought you would get, but you will get something. So there's always a lesson to be learned in failure. You might have to really look deep down for it sometimes, because sometimes it seems like things just happen and there's absolutely no reason behind it. And I don't know if there is a grander purpose to the universe or anything like that, but I know that we can always make the choice to find the lesson to be learned and learn from it, so that either this event never happens again, or if it does happen again, that you're better prepared for it. The next thing with failure is, of course, you are going to have to pick yourself up and try again. If you're working on a goal and you have come to a point of failure or a point of setback, it's absolutely fine to take some time, an hour, a day, a week, even a month or longer, to let yourself feel what is going on. There's no shame in taking a break. If you have been working really, really hard for something and it falls through at the last minute, of course that is going to be emotional and difficult. So give yourself a break when those things happen. Let yourself take the time that you need to recover, but know that you will have to pick up and move forward again. Now, personally, I'm not the kind of person that is going to tell you that you should never, ever, ever give up on your goals, because sometimes you get to a point of failure, or you might even get to the end point of the goal and realize this isn't worth it, or this hasn't been worth it, or this isn't something that I want to do anymore. And a lot of people say you should never give up on any goal, no matter what. And I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. So if you have reached a point of failing, you believe that this is not the thing for you to work on anymore, then I believe that it is 100% okay to quit on that goal, as long as you have explored the options. Is there a way that you can modify or change the goal so that you can renew your passion for it, or that you can find motivation to move forward? If you can modify it in some way or get yourself reinvigorated and re-energized, re-motivated to go after it, try that first. But know that there is absolutely no judgment if you analyze where you're at with a goal and realize that it's not something that you want to pursue anymore. There is no shame in giving up, and nobody should ever tell you that there is. And then the final thing that I have learned that's really helped me to come to grips with embracing failure is knowing that you're never ever starting again from zero. Because even if it is, let's say you've invested thousands and thousands of pounds into something and it's not worked out the way that you wanted it to, even though you have lost those assets and time and energy and opportunity costs, you still can come out of it with something of value, whether it is the lesson that you've learned or skills that you've picked up along the way, or experiences and memories that are going to help to shape and guide you in the future. You're never going to be starting again from absolute zero. You will have those experiences that you know either what to do now or what you will do in the future if this situation ever comes up again. So in reality, you're never going back to square one or point zero. You're always starting a little bit further ahead than you were before. So those are some of the things that I have learned that have helped me really to come to grips with being able to overcome failure and even to embrace it up to a certain point in my life. And I really hope that you will be able to use the information in this video to help you when you also reach obstacles and failures and setbacks in your life, because they are going to come. And having the right mindset, having the right tools to prepare for when that happens will really help you to become less affected by failure and to be able to move forward and progress much faster afterwards. And as I said, it definitely doesn't make the actual event of failure any easier, because it's always going to be hard and it is always going to be emotional when you fail in certain ways. But we can learn over time to get better at moving past and eventually overcoming these failures and being more prepared for when they come the next time. So I hope you have found this video useful. If you have done, make sure to give it a thumbs up down below, because it really helps with the channel reach and with the YouTube algorithm, and just let me know that I am doing a good job with these videos and that this is the kind of content that you would like to see more of in the future. If you do want to see more of this content in the future, of course, I would highly recommend that you subscribe to Life Transformation UK down below, and to turn on the notification bell so that you can get immediate access to new videos when they come out. I post 3 videos a week. Monday is self-esteem, Wednesday is self-confidence, and then Friday is more general self-improvement. So if you're interested in any of those subjects, make sure that you are subscribed with notifications on down below. But otherwise, thank you very much for making it all the way to the end of this video. I do hope that you have found it useful, and I look forward to seeing you in future videos very soon.